Hi, I'm Anthony from ComicsEatingUp.net. I'm back with Terry Hockness from HocknessComics.com. We're doing our weekly video picks conversation. So Terry, why don't you go ahead and take us away?
Here's all the brand new comic book series debuting for the week of January 11th, 2017. A lot of great picks. This is a huge week, so we're going to go through these a little bit quicker. 215 Inc. is back with Dr. Crowe. There's a couple different covers. Gary Brown did cover A, this small indie book. I'm a big fan of theirs, high quality artwork, and so this is a thumbs up from me.
Dr. Crowe #1 from 215 Inc. looks like a good book. It's a very interesting story and interesting concept. I do like 215 Inc. a lot. Just hopefully that they're going to be able to get over their shipping problems. Enormous was always running late, so hopefully they'll keep a schedule like they did with Kadoja. This one's a thumbs up for me.
Boom Studios has two new titles. Deep #1 is a mini-series. James Brewer cover art. What are my thoughts? Well, I'm not usually a fan of most Boom titles. Most retailers know to order enough. So Deep gets a thumb down.
Deep #1 from Boom Studios is a pretty cool idea. It was a graphic novel which was adapted into a cartoon and now is being adapted into single-issue comic books. It's got a pretty good fan base and it's a great kids story. My kids love it. I'm going to give this one a thumbs up.
And WWE then, now forever at #1, there is a third printing of this hot new book. So WWE is kind of interest being a third printing, so I might give this a thumb up out of curiosity, but it's really hit and miss on a book like this. But long term, of course, there is fans for WWE, so it might be worth picking this one up. Print run should be quite small.
WWE Then and Now #1 third printing is going to be a pass for me. I'm going to have to give it a thumbs down. I think at this point enough people have gotten books that we're not going to see a huge clamoring for it.
DC Comics gives us two new Justice League series. Justice League of America Vixen Rebirth #1 debuts with two covers. Well, lots of buzz going to be for both of these. Interesting that Vixen finally gets her own series.
Justice League of America Vixen #1. I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I'm going to give it a 50-50. Vixen's going to be appearing on TV shows and in her own cartoon, so she's got that going for her. But I'm not sure that there's strong enough demand for Vixen to carry this series. It's going to be well printed. You're going to be able to find a copy, so I don't see a huge run on it. I'm going to give this one a thumbs down.
And Justice League Power Rangers #1 of a 6-issue miniseries. Bunch of variant covers on this one. This Justice League Power Rangers team-up is quite interesting too. Could be a long-term pick with the buzz of the new movie and everything. But the print run is going to be quite high on this, so I'm going to give the regular covers a thumbs down. Might have some interest down the road, but there'll be lots of copies.
Justice League Power Rangers #1. This is another one of those crossovers that nobody was really clamoring for, so I can't see it being a huge draw. Power Rangers did spike up in price a little bit, but I don't think there's going to be a huge demand for it. There are some pretty cool retailer covers that you should check out, but other than that, I'm going to give this one a thumbs down.
Dynamite Entertainment gives us James Bond Felix Leiter #1. This is a new mini-series. I'm going to give this a thumbs down, as there's been a few series now. They don't usually heat up.
The new James Bond series is definitely a thumbs down for me. It's been done before. There hasn't been a whole lot of heat for it, so I don't expect this one to heat up as well. Definitely a thumbs down on this one.
And Red Sonja #1, relaunched. Cover A is by Nick Bradshaw. There's a ton of variant covers, including a J. Scott Campbell Virgin variant cover. That's going to be the one to find. Regular cover, thumbs down. There's so many Red Sonja series, but of course Scott Campbell has a lot of fans, so hunt that one out if you can get a good price.
Red Sonja #1. Some of the covers are going to be hits. Some of the covers are going to be misses. The J. Scott Campbell cover, if you can find it, grab it. It's a good-looking cover. J. Scott Campbell's got a lot of fans. This is something that people might want. The regular covers, I would say, go ahead and skip on. Unless you're a diehard Red Sonja fan or a completionist, I don't see the draw for the regular covers.
There's been a lot of online buzz for Heavy Metal Magazine, issue 284. Cover B is by famous artist Ken Kelly, and it's a Savage Sword of Jesus Christ cover. Doesn't say it on the cover now, I don't think, but still some publicity for this, so this could be potentially a hot book.
Heavy Metal #284, cover B, which is the Savage Sword of Jesus Christ cover. It's already been selling for $30. It's kind of odd because the shipping on this, some shops got it 2 weeks ago, some shops got it last week, some shops are going to get this week. If you can find it, pick it up. Like I said, it's a good flip, but otherwise, stay away from the other covers. Cover B is definitely the one to go for.
IDW Publishing gives us Dungeons & Dragons Frost Giants Fury #1. This is a new series. Max Dunbar did the cover for cover A. I'm going to give this a thumbs down. Again, it's not a first series, not likely anything important in this that speculators will jump on.
Dungeons & Dragons Frost Giants Fury. That's a lot of word. #1. It's going to be one of those books. It's definitely a thumbs down. The reason is because retailers know how many copies they're going to sell, how much the demand is for it. I don't see this being a huge hit, and there's been other Dungeons & Dragons stories in the past. So this one's a thumbs down for me.
Image Comics gives us God Country #1, cover A by G.F. Shaw and Dave Stewart. Image has been selling out lately. They like going to second and third printings, so this is guaranteed to sell out. If word of mouth is good on this one, this really could heat up. So I'll give this one a thumbs up. It's got a really good chance.
Image Comics God Country. The preview on this was fantastic. It reads really well. It's an interesting story. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. New Image #1. I'm not going to pass up.
And Motor Crush #2 is out. Babs Tarr cover art. And #1 sold out. And of course, the second printing of that is coming out for #1. So I'm going to give this one a thumbs up as well. It's worth the gamble.
Motor Crush #2. I want to like this book. I just didn't like it. I don't see it as being a spec pick. The second issue, the print runs are usually smaller, so it's got that in its favor. It just didn't catch the heat of the speculator market with issue 1, so I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
Red 5 Comics, one of my favorite really small indie publishers. They're back with a new miniseries called Rift #1. If the quality is there will be buzz for this because most stores will not have ordered it. So I'll give Rift a thumbs up.
Rift #1 from Red 5 Comics. Great looking story, fascinating setup, small print run. It's going to be a good book. If you can find it, grab a copy of it. Red 5 isn't known for having great speculator hits, but it's going to be a good read. I'm going to give it a thumbs up based on that, and you never know, there could be a demand for it. It's a really fascinating story and it's worth checking out.
Titan Entertainment Group really wants to jump in and take a big market share this year. They keep releasing more and more miniseries and more variant covers. This is a huge week for them. They give us Doctor Who, the 11th Doctor, Year 3, #1, which is a relaunch of the series, and Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor, Year 3, #1. Both covers by Josh Burns. These will not be a good speculator pick, but there'll be a ton of variants.
Doctor Who, the 11th Doctor, Year 3, another one of those long titles. This is a thumbs down for me. Doctor Who books, they're great sellers for retailers because you can sit them on the shelves and they will sell eventually. However, it's not going to be a speculator hit. Same thing with Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor, Year 3, #1. Again, retailers are going to have a market for this. They can plop it on their shelves and it'll sell over time. But I just don't see this being a speculator hit, so it's a thumbs down for me as well.
Hard Case Crime Reassignment #1 is a 3-issue mini-series. Hefty $5.99 cover price. Will sell out for sure. I don't know if it's going to have any buzz, though.
Hard Case Reassignment #1. There is a movie that this is directly tied to, so that could be a good thing. It's a very weird story, but with the movie tie-in, I would say give it a try. This is a thumbs up.
Possibly the surprise hit of the week could be from Titan Studios. It's Night Guardians of Relativity #1. It's a 4-issue miniseries. Nobody's going to have ordered this, and so if you think the quality is there, this could have some overnight success.
Titan Studios Knights, Guardians of Relativity #1. Small print. #1s from Titans do sell out. However, I don't see this one being picked up as a speculator book. It's a thumbs down.
Valiant Entertainment gives us Savage #1, the second printing. Surprise hit with #1. And so, of course, cashing in. Here's a second printing, always smaller print run. So, has some chance.
Savage #1, second printing. It's going to be a smaller print run. It's going to have people, the completionists, who are going to be chasing it. However, I'm not seeing it being a huge spec hit, so I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
And finally, Z2 Comics returns with a new title, Grave Lilies #1. And a couple different covers for this one. Again, another small indie publisher that I really like, so I'll give this one a thumbs up.
Grave Lilies #1 from Z2 Comics. Really good looking book from Cullen Bunn. Cullen Bunn's had books adapted in the past for media deals. I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. That's it for this week from us, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, comment section. Make sure you tell us what you want to see. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Give us a thumbs down with an explanation on why. But please let us know what you like and what you don't like and what you want to see in the future.
Have a good week, everyone.